Jersey Ltd and Jersey Trusts, the honest guide. There's a small island in the English Channel that handles more money than most medium-sized countries. Around £400 billion sits in its banks. Hundreds of billions more sit in its trusts. It's roughly the size of Nottingham. And for the right kind of family, the right kind of holding company, it is quietly one of the best places in the world to set up. Today, Jersey Limited companies, Jersey Trusts, what they are, who they suit, and the mistakes we see founders and families make when they pick Jersey for the wrong reasons. I'm Alex Thompson, and this is the Global Founder from Grant & Graham. Let me set the context first, because it matters. Jersey is a crown dependency, not part of the UK, not part of the EU. It's a self-governing island with its own parliament, its own courts, and its own tax system. It answers to the Crown for defense and foreign affairs, and to nobody for its domestic law. That's not a loophole. It's a constitutional fact. And it's the reason Jersey can offer things the UK and the EU can't. Jersey has spent 40 years building one of the most sophisticated financial services legal systems in the world. Its trust law, in particular, is copied everywhere. Its regulator, the Jersey Financial Services Commission, is taken seriously. Jersey is on every major white list. It's not gray listed. It's not on the EU's non-cooperative list. The OECD treats it as compliant. So Jersey is a mature, respected, regulated offshore jurisdiction, not a hiding place. Let's start with the company. The Jersey Ltd, a Jersey Limited company, works very similarly to a UK Limited on paper. Shareholders, directors, articles of association, annual accounts. What makes it different is the tax and substance regime. Jersey has a 0-10 tax system. Most trading companies pay 0% corporate tax. Financial services companies pay 10%. Utilities and rental income from Jersey land pay 20%. For most founders and holding structures, the headline rate is 0. That sounds too good to be true. So let me explain why it's not what most people think. First, 0% corporate tax does not mean tax-free. If you are UK tax resident, Dutch tax resident, or resident anywhere else, your home country taxes your personal income. Dividends from a Jersey company land on your home tax return, and you pay personal tax there. Jersey's zero rate is a corporate layer feature. It does not remove your personal tax. Second, Jersey takes substance seriously. Since 2019, under the economic substance rules, a Jersey company engaged in certain relevant activities must actually have substance in Jersey. Real directors on the island, real decision-making, real office space where required. If you set up a Jersey company and pretend it runs from there while you actually run it from London, you will be caught, either by Jersey or by your home country's tax authority. So who does a Jersey Ltd actually work for? 3 archetypes we see most often. 1. Holding companies for international groups. If you own operating companies in multiple countries and you want a clean, well-regulated 0% holding company with strong treaty access and good banking, Jersey is excellent, especially for groups with UK and EU operations. 2. Real estate investment vehicles, particularly for UK commercial property. Jersey Property Unit Trusts and Jersey Ltd property companies are a default choice for professional investors because of how UK tax interacts with offshore ownership structures. 3. Investment holding for high net worth individuals and families. A Jersey Ltd as an investment vehicle, typically held by a Jersey Trust, is a very standard setup at the wealth management level. Who is it not for? If you're a single founder building a SaaS company without a tax advisor, Jersey is the wrong jurisdiction. The setup costs, substance requirements, and ongoing administration are designed for structures with real assets. If you're pre-seed or running a small consultancy, Jersey is expensive and overkill. Now, the trusts. This is where Jersey really earns its reputation. A Jersey trust is a legal relationship, not a company. A settlor transfers assets to a trustee. The trustee holds those assets for the benefit of named beneficiaries under a trust deed that sets the rules. The trustee is legally the owner. The beneficiaries have rights defined by the deed. This sounds technical. The practical effect is enormous. A Jersey trust lets you separate legal ownership, beneficial entitlement, and control. A founder can settle shares in an operating company into a Jersey trust for the benefit of their children. The trustee becomes the legal shareholder. The children are beneficiaries. The founder is neither. If structured properly and with the right advice, the assets sit outside the founder's personal estate. Why would you want that? Three main reasons people use Jersey trusts. First, succession planning. A trust passes wealth between generations without the assets being dragged through probate every time someone dies. For families with operating businesses, commercial property portfolios, or diversified investment holdings, this is extremely valuable. The business doesn't stop. The structure continues. Second, asset protection. Properly structured Jersey trusts are robust against personal claims, not a shield for fraud, to be clear, but for legitimate wealth protection, particularly in family disputes, divorces that affect later generations, or business litigation against one family member. A trust puts real legal distance between personal exposure and family assets. Third, tax planning within legal limits. For UK domiciled individuals, the tax rules around offshore trusts changed significantly in 2025 with the domicile reforms, and the planning landscape now. A Jersey trust, set up £10,000 to £25,000 depending on how complex the trust deed is and how many assets need to be transferred. Ongoing trustee fees, typically 1% of assets under trust per year for professional trustees, with minimums. Some trustees charge time-based fees instead. These numbers reflect real regulated services. Jersey is not a country where you can buy a shell for a few £100s on the internet. You're paying for qualified, licensed professionals operating under the JFSC. That's why it works. So when should you seriously consider Jersey? 3 triggers. 1. You have or are building toward material wealth, not hundreds of thousands, millions of pounds of assets. Once you're there, the costs of a Jersey structure become small relative to what they protect. 2. You have a cross-border life. UK residency today, EU tomorrow, USA for your kids. Jersey holding structures ride those transitions better than any single country alternative. 3. You want professional administration. If you want a light-touch DIY structure that you can run on a laptop from a cafe, Jersey isn't it. That's Estonia. Jersey is for people who want professionals running the structure and who are happy to pay for it because the structure is material. A word on reputation. The word offshore makes some people nervous. Usually it shouldn't. A properly structured Jersey Ltd or Jersey Trust with real substance on a transparent beneficial ownership register and paying personal tax correctly at home is not hiding anything. It's a structural choice available to anyone who qualifies. What gets people into trouble isn't offshore structures. It's people trying to use them to not pay tax they owe. Those are different things. Everything we do at Grant & Graham is in the first category. If you're thinking about a Jersey setup, here's what I'd recommend. Start with the question. What are you trying to achieve? Succession, asset protection, international holding, real estate. Each of those leads to a different structure. Second, be realistic about scale. Jersey is a structure for meaningful assets. Under 1 or 2 million of assets, the costs usually aren't justified. Third, get a proper advisor, ideally one who also understands your home jurisdiction's tax rules deeply. A Jersey structure built without home country awareness is a trap. And fourth, plan for 15 years, not 5. Jersey structures pay back over long horizons. If your time frame is short, there are cheaper vehicles. Next week on The Global Founder, we do the one everybody is going to have an opinion on, the UK Limited Company. Why the UK Limited still wins for global business despite Brexit, rising corporation tax, and the noise. Honest case for honest case against. If this episode was useful, the best thing you can do is send it to one person thinking about succession or offshore holding structures. That's how this show grows. Show notes, our Jersey guide, and a free introductory call at grantgraham.co.uk or search Grant & Graham on LinkedIn. I'm Alex Thompson. This was The Global Founder from Grant & Graham. Thanks for listening.